Hello everybody, today I'm coming at you with how I would book the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tournament, which will culminate at this year's Night of Champions 2023. Now, as you know, it's going to be 6 superstars from Raw, along with 6 superstars from Smackdown, competing to determine who will be the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion. On the side of Raw, you have The Miz, Shinsuke Nakamura, the Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes. And on the side of the SmackDown brand, you have Bobby Lashley, the Rated R Superstar Edge, Rey Mysterio, the United States Champion Austin Theory, Sheamus, and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Now, looking at this field, I mean, this is about as star-studded as you get. You don't really get much better than the top stars of the company competing to crown the first ever WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Now, I know it's not technically the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, considering the fact that we already had a World Heavyweight Championship back in the Ruthless Aggression era and the beginning of the PG era. But when I look at this field, I see some superstars who I think are diamonds in the rough and potential, out of left field winners, such as an Austin Theory, which maybe that'll give away how I feel like this tournament's going to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the triple threat matches I think will take place between Raw and SmackDown, because as you know, it's going to be 2 triple threat matches between the Raw competitors and the SmackDown competitors, and then the winners of those 2 triple threats will compete to determine who will move on to Night of Champions to face the winner from the other brand. So on Raw, like we said, we've got The Miz, Shinsuke Nakamura, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins. And I feel like a lot of people automatically are going to say that Cody Rhodes is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't believe that. And to be honest, I don't even think he gets past the first triple threat match, because I think he has some unfinished business with Brock Lesnar after how Backlash went off the air, with Cody Rhodes getting that roll-up style of victory during the Kimura lock from Lesnar. When I look at the triple threat matches, here's how I think it should play out. We'll give you the triple threat matches for Raw and SmackDown, the finals of those triple threat matches, and then who should go on to Night of Champions to battle for the championship, obviously, like we already touched on earlier. But on the Raw side, I like the first triple threat match to be a battle between the Judgment Day's Finn Balor, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, and The Miz. I think The Miz, Balor, and Rhodes is a phenomenal way to kick off the tournament. I think Rhodes and Balor would have a very good technical dynamic, and then you have the chicken shit style of heel paired with the much improved technical wrestling side of The Miz. I think it's a perfect mixture of the superstars in the tournament on the Raw side and on the Raw brand to kick off the tournament to give one of the best matches you could possibly make from the, 12 competitors. But when I look at this match, I think that Cody Rhodes should be on the cusp of winning, about to pin The Miz after hitting the crossroads, and then Brock Lesnar comes out, pulls Rhodes out of the ring and hits an F5, all whilst Finn Balor goes up to the top rope, hits The Miz with the coup de grace, and gets the 1-2-3 to move on to the finals on the Raw side. So the winner of the first triple threat match on Raw between Rhodes, Balor, and The Miz is the Judgment Day's Finn Balor. And for the next match on the Raw side, it's going to be the triple threat match between Seth freaking Rollins, the Judgment Day's Damian Priest, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I love this match. I think whether it was in the tournament or not, a triple threat match between Rollins, Priest, and Nakamura will tear the house down. And I think that the mixture of this dynamic, paired with the mixture of the dynamic of the first triple threat between Rhodes, Balor, and The Miz, is just the perfect way to spread out these 6 competitors. I think Priest shouldn't be in the same match that Balor is in, because you know for a fact that one of the Judgment Day members is not going to win, and it's more going to be a 2-on-1 dynamic more than an actual competitive triple threat. I think all 3 of these men will bring back shades of the old NXT, the black and gold NXT, before it was rebranded, and I would love to see Nakamura win, I'm not going to lie, and I know Triple H is a big proponent of Shinsuke Nakamura, as am I. I think Seth Rollins is obviously going to be the number 1 pick for everybody to probably win the entire tournament, but I think Damian Priest not being in the same match as Balor adds an extra unknown and an X factor to the tournament to think that maybe Priest can get to the finals and break away from the Judgment Day, or be the representative of the Judgment Day in the finals of the tournament on the Raw side, or potentially making it the whole way. But when I go to pick a winner, I think the one I'd want to see the most is Shinsuke, followed by Priest, and then followed by Rollins. But I think Seth freaking Rollins will defeat Damian Priest. I think he'll pin Priest in this match, after Nakamura hits a Kinshasa, and then Rollins is going to hit him with the Falcon Arrow, a super kick. Then he's going to go up to the top rope, hit the Phoenix Splash on Damian Priest, and then go into the curb stomp and hit the 1-2-3. So my pick to win this match is going to be Seth freaking Rollins, which is going to make the finals from the Raw side the same match that took place to crown the first ever Universal Champion in 2016 at SummerSlam between Seth Rollins and not the Demon Finn Balor, but the Judgment Day leader in the Prince Finn Balor. Two completely different dynamics for both superstars. Another first time ever style of title that they're trying to gun for. I feel like it's the perfect way to book it. So the finals on the Raw side after Rollins beats Priest and Nakamura is going to be Seth Rollins versus the Prince Finn Balor. I think Rollins versus Balor is the perfect way to book the finals of the tournament on the Raw side. I don't really see any reason that you would have a different final unless you wanted to go with an X Factor like a Shinsuke Nakamura or a Damian Priest, which I wouldn't be against because I think doing the unthinkable in this tournament and not making it so cookie cutter predictable is the right way to go about it. But I also think that Rollins versus Balor in the finals on the Raw side has such a historical significance considering, like we already touched on, that Balor and Rollins were the first competitors to ever battle for the Universal Championship, I should say, on the Raw brand when it debuted in 2016 after the draft returned. So I like the dynamic, I like the story behind it, and I think this is what they should do. And I would have Seth Rollins defeat Finn Balor after a 15 to 20 minute match in a back and forth match that we know these two can, produce. And yeah, I would have Rollins move on and defeat Balor. Even though I'm a big Balor guy, I think the right pick is Rollins to advance to the finals at Night of Champions on the Raw brand. And then in moving over to the SmackDown brand, like we have to talk about, obviously, the three competitors I think should compete in the first triple threat would be Sheamus, the Rated R Superstar Edge, and the almighty Bobby Lashley. I think the dynamic between Sheamus and Bobby Lashley with like a hoss battle, paired with the new and improved technical acumen and the dark side of Edge that he's debuted since he returned to the WWE, I think it just makes a lot of sense. I'm not so much a huge fan of how this match would potentially play out. I don't think it's going to steal the show, but I think that Sheamus's improved in-ring game and technical side, I think with Bobby Lashley's technical side in the MMA background that he has, and just the technical, hoss battle that's going to take place, and then like I said with Edge being the more technical and cerebral Rated R Superstar, I think Edge comes out on top here and advances to the finals on the SmackDown side after Bobby Lashley hits Sheamus with a spear, then Edge hits Lashley with a spear and pins Bobby Lashley for the 1-2-3. So the first superstar to move to the finals on the SmackDown side is the Rated R Superstar Edge. And then with the second triple threat match on the SmackDown side, we're going to have the phenomenal AJ Styles versus the United States Champion in Austin Theory taking on Rey Mysterio. Now, after Mysterio's big win against Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania, I feel like some people are going to pick Mysterio to move to the finals. I don't see it happening because I feel like the situation with the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio is going to continue, which would take him out of the running to potentially get to the finals. So between AJ Styles and Austin Theory, I love Austin Theory getting to the finals. I love Austin Theory being that diamond in the rough pick to potentially be a double champion. But at this point in the WWE, we don't need another double champ. We don't need a Seth Rollins, John Cena style of aspect back from SummerSlam 2015. But what we do need is AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles, to win his first match by pinning Austin Theory and claiming back the house that AJ Styles built. So I'm going to pick AJ Styles to defeat Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory by pinning Austin Theory and moving to the finals on the SmackDown side, thus making the finals on the SmackDown side to move to Night of Champions, a WrestleMania 38 rematch between Edge and AJ Styles. I don't like the fact that this is a rematch, but I think this is one of the best matches you could make for the finals of the tournament. I think Edge and AJ Styles are going to tear the house down just like they did at WrestleMania. They're going to go back and forth again like the finals on the Raw side between Rollins and Balor. I feel like they're going to go about 15 to 20 minutes, and I think at the end of this match, AJ Styles will pin Edge clean. And I know some people are going to want Edge to win because technically he didn't lose his World Heavyweight Championship when he vacated it due to injury and stepped away back in 2011. And I like that story dynamic, but it isn't always about the story, from years back. Even though I like that for most things in professional wrestling, I think that on this day and age and in this circumstance, you have to have AJ Styles beat Edge clean, moving to the finals at Night of Champions between a rematch, I guess you could say, between AJ Styles and Seth Rollins for the inaugural World Heavyweight Championship. This was a rematch back from Money in the Bank 2019. They had a phenomenal match there, and I wouldn't expect anything different. I think the best competitors you could have for the finals of this tournament, from a technical side, from an entertainment side, from a back and forth in-ring dynamic, would be Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles, Raw versus Smackdown, to crown the new World Heavyweight Champion. I love this match. I think Rollins and Styles are the perfect competitors to make it to the finals. I think they're going to tear the house down. Again, have a 15, 20, 25-minute match. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the obvious pick, and I know I said I probably wouldn't, but I am going to go with it and have Seth Rollins defeat AJ Styles after hitting a curb stomp from the top rope and becoming the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion and the first WWE World Heavyweight Champion since its re-inauguration or re-debut recently. So give me Seth Rollins to win the title, win the tournament, and defeat the phenomenal AJ Styles via a curb stomp from the top rope at Night of Champions, making Seth Rollins the new World Heavyweight Champion and the winner of the tournament. And I know this isn't like a full-on booking. I didn't book the match sequence for sequence and move for each of the matches in the tournament, whether it's the triple threats, the singles matches, or the finals. But this was a video I wanted to do. This was a video I put a little bit of thought into, which obviously you have to. And I feel like the way I booked the triple threat matches, the way I booked the finals between Raw and SmackDown, and the way I booked the finals at Night of Champions would be the best way to go about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit a spinning back elbow on the notification bell and a curb stomp to the subscribe button if you want the best channel on YouTube for professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. I'm your host, Double M, and I'm out.